Okay, there's this guy whose name is Aristotle. Aristotle. When did Aristotle live? Okay, give me a year or a century in which Aristotle lived. Go. Moving down the line. You have a number yet? Come on, give me a number. Give me a number. Sometime in the BC. 1400 BC. 600 BC. 500 BC. 400 BC. So here's the funny thing about this. Here's the really hysterical thing, because I've asked this question a whole bunch of different times. If someone starts with the number, which everybody actually thinks that the number really is like 1415 or 1600 AD, if someone starts, if I pick somebody who's like, yeah, like 700 BC, every single other person down the line will pick something in the BC era, no matter what they actually think. Now, they're not independently thinking, they're just like following the trend. And if somebody were to pick like 1400, you know what happens? Like, because you would pick 1400.
I was going to say that.
I know. Because I've tested these things. I've given you papers, and I've had, not you personally, but these classes, I've given you papers and had you write these things out and like give the century in which this man and this man and this man and this man and this woman lived. And so all these important people in history, like when did they live who were long, long ago? Okay, so I have a question for you. When did Aristotle, you know Aristotle? Don't say anything again. Aristotle. You know Aristotle, right? When did Aristotle live? Logan, when did he live? Give me a number. Give me a, okay, date? 1600. We got 1600. Okay, Kaylee, when did Aristotle live? Go ahead. Give me a guess. When did Aristotle, what? 1400. When did Aristotle live? 1500. When did Aristotle live?
I'm in year. Do I even count?
No, you don't count. No, you don't count either. Just in general. So, Jimmy, when did Aristotle live? 1600. When did Aristotle live? 1500. When did Aristotle live? 1500. When did Aristotle live?
I thought it was 1600.
1600. When did Aristotle live? 1600. When did Aristotle live? when did Aristotle live? When did Aristotle live? 300 BCE. With the year Aristotle. Go. 5. The year 5. Okay. Moving on to let's see, Josh. Year. In which Aristotle? 616. Because I like the number 16 because it's half of 32, which is actually my favorite number.
212 BC.
212 BC. Shayla, when did Aristotle live? 800 BC.
I really thought he lived in like the 1800s.
Okay, so Aristotle lives in the 1800s. Okay, so that's not quite entirely correct. Becky, when did Aristotle live? 500 BC. When? 1200. 300. 530. 824 BC. Go ahead, Sean. You can finish it up for us. Talk about 1800 BC. So apparently, somewhere between 1800 BC and 1824 AD is when this man actually lived. What?
384 BC.
384 BC, because she just looked it up on her phone, because that's why I asked her, because I knew she was looking it up. So this information is easily available to you. He was born about 384 BC. How many of you were close? And how many of you were like so far off, it's amazing. Aristotle was probably the famousest of them all, probably because he was the famous tutor of what famous man?
Galileo.
Galileo, you're only about 2,000 years old, so maybe he was, but
I'm just telling you right now.
Of who? Not of Isaac Newton. That's even farther off. Who?
General person.
Alexander the Great. Now, this man Aristotle was what a philosopher from where?
England.
So we now have Aristotle in England in 1824 AD.
Aristotle did not include that area. That was.
So,